I gotta wait. How long I gotta wait for a press record?
Go.
Welcome to the share, where Miss Dreme always has a story.
I'm Dreme, a black woman with many beautiful interconnecting identities. A few I will name at this moment as we get started on this podcast journey together. A Bostonian, born and raised in the inner city, Dorchester and Roxbury neighborhoods, to a teenage single mother who has my whole heart. An educator, I've been working with youth and children since my teenage years, and formally, I have been teaching almost a decade now. That's wild to think about. An entrepreneur, I am the founder of The Chair, a black and brown centered tech platform dedicated to supporting people on their hair journey, where you can design hairboards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a more joyous experience. I have a workable site, my prototype. It took me 2 years to build, and now I'm on this adventure that you're currently on with me. My goal for this podcast is to share stories, black stories, educator stories, entrepreneurship stories, and hair stories. I want you to leave each episode with the opportunity to gain new insight, just a glimpse into my world or the worlds that are featured on my podcasts, a little chuckle during your day or night, possibly a little anger to encourage you to advocate for justice, and hope to continue learning and dreaming. So come in and listen to the beautiful voices in the chair as they share their stories, starting with me.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Corey. Corey, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Corey with a K.
Hey.
And and I am a professor of criminology and of Africana Studies at Northeastern University in Boston. And more importantly, just a black dude trying to make it in this world.
I wanted to ask about your hair journey, and I'm wondering, do you have a memory of the first time you fell in love with your hair?
Wow. I have a memory. I have a memory where I fell in love with my hair, and I had a memory where I was like, I disliked my hair.
Give me both. Give me both. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Okay. Okay. The memory. So just to give context, I've had all types of hair. I don't think my hair is 4C. It might be 4B. It's close. But I've had all types of hair. So I've had the waves, spinning, do-rag on, brushing all day when I was younger. I've had braids, which you will hear in a second about the moment I disliked. I had braids. I used to wear an afro. I had an afro for picture day in 7th grade. So if anybody sees that, they're gonna laugh because I didn't know it was picture day and I did not have my pick. So that was just a very bad photo. And I used this early days of grad school, 2017. I used to use the sponge, to get the little curls that people were doing at the time.
Yeah.
And then I had locks for a couple of years. And I think, and now I'm bald, the way my genetics works, thinks that I think I fell in love with my hair when I had locks because it put me in community with a lot of folks. And I had like the quote unquote, people call it the ugly phase. I just say it's just a process. It's just a journey. Like, okay, you starting, cool. So I started in grad school. So it was like this white space and I'm starting to grow my hair in this very black way. And I think it made me appreciate black women's hair journey a lot more because I would go to a all black woman owned and ran shop and my locticians were just amazing. And I would just be sitting in I feel like I'm sitting in the salon getting my hair retwisted and listening to the gossip and going underneath the dryer and just having a good time. And it just made me think about the journey. And so now every time I see a black woman with locks, it's like I have to tell them that their locks are beautiful. It's just like it's in my body now. So to me, there was a moment I was driving my car and my hair got long enough that when I turned to look over my shoulder, my locks hit the headrest. And I was like, ooh, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. It's time now. Wait a minute, we getting some hang time. Stop playing with me. So I was feeling cool, being able to wear bandanas and the hair come out the back of the bandana. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like I see why people like long hair. So that was my moment of just falling in love with my hair. And I think as a black boy, I have a twin sister, and she had hair, I had hair, and my mom would braid her hair, and then her hair would look great. So I had my hair grown out, and I was like, hey, Mom. And my older brother had braids, too, for years. And his hair would look nice. So I'm like, hey, Mom, can you braid my hair? And I don't know if she did this intentionally, and she has never answered this to the day. I feel like she just kind of erased that memory. But she braided my hair where it was just terrible. Like, she braided it, and, like, where the hair kind of turns and curves, that it was too thin. So because it was thin, it like just came out immediately. So now I'm looking in the mirror like, Mom, why'd you do this? So that was like, all right, forget it. I'm like, if cats don't want me to have braids, then I end up like cutting my hair and going back to the waves and what have you before like probably 10 years later trying to start my lock journey. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey. So now being bald, I think it's funny because I think a lot of people see that I'm bald and just assume that I've been bald for a long time. And I'm like, this is relatively recent and new to me. And being bald, I get like the whole unk jokes and stuff like that too. So it's funny how hair shapes how people perceive me as, whether younger or older, when folks don't even know my age or what have you. So it's just been an interesting time.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Look, it's my commercial. We will be right back.
It's more than just a bad hair day. It's a journey. Finding the right hairstyle isn't easy, nor is finding the right stylist or the right products. Looking in every corner of the web gets messy, overwhelming, and exhausting. All the ads, the articles, the products, the videos, it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. And now, it isn't. The Chair. A black and brown centered platform where you can design hairboards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a new, joyful path on your hair journey. Avoid the clutter, save yourself hours, months, and even years of research and poor trial and error. Everything you need and only what you need is in one place. Hairboards made by people like you, for you. Find the right products, the right people, the right answers for you, stress-free. Join the Chair community and make every day a great hair day. When you share your pain, you allow others to help you. And when you share your success, you help others get theirs. Lean on the Chair. We got you. No stress, no strife. In the chair. The chair. The chair. All right.
Oh, and if you're interested to learn more about my experiences as a Black woman and educator in Guangzhou, China, I wrote my first ebook titled Nowhere and Everywhere, Captured Emotions of a Beautifully Broken Love Story. It is on lulu.com. Take a read and see some beautiful photography of mine. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The chair.
Yeah, I met you, and yeah, you've always been bald since I met you, but that was, a year and a half ago now? So, do you feel like people perceive you being older?
I think because Black don't crack, I get some, like I got carded the other day. I was like, this is strange. I'm in my 30s, but I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you want to do, I'll take the compliment. And the Black lady in line behind me was laughing. She was like, yeah, cool. But I think it's in the professorship. I think when I show up and I have to, brother, I can see amazing up close. I can see what an ant is thinking. But like far away is where I'm not able to see as clearly. So I wear glasses. They're not that strong, but I wear my glasses. So I think when I had locks and glasses, I looked like a musician, which I do play music, but I look like a musician. But then when I shaved my head bald, which is like a lot of maintenance to like keep your head bald. So like once I shaved my head bald and had glasses, I became like this. So people just assumed that I was smart before I said anything. Cause like, all right, bald dude with like some round glasses, he must read something. So I think they perceive me as older, as like I've been on earth a long time. And plus I low key have an old soul. So I guess when I speak, it comes out. But I think just perceiving me as like a Black dude who's bald with round glasses, who wears collarless shirts because I've really been influenced by Africa. there's a perception of that he's an uncle somewhere. Like, go ask him for $1 because the ice cream truck is coming. Like, he's the uncle or something. So I think the perception of me has changed a little bit with the hair, which is cool. I take it. Like, I like getting older. I appreciate it. Everybody's not able to, so I'm cool with it.
That's great. I haven't had a bald story yet, so I like this. I like this, because people are like, "Oh, you can't have a hair journey if you've been bald," and I was like, I disagree with that statement. But it's nice because they're like, "Well, you can't say anything because you have hair," and I was like, "This is true." But I know there are people out here in the world who have bald journeys. Like, my mother has chopped her hair off many times. So as a kid, I was able to see her through so many stages. Like, my mother, she recently got locks put in, but before that, she was always getting her hair cut and getting it designed by her barber. But then her barber was shot and killed. Somebody just ran up into their shop and killed the wrong person. And my mother was so hurt, and she couldn't go to another barber. So that's why my mom ended up growing her hair back out, because she was like, I just can't see anybody else. There's stories there behind people who have chosen to be bald or had to do it because of genetics or any other reason.
Can I add real quick too about the bald?
Of course.
Like, I grew my locks because to me it was a spiritual practice. I was like, all right, the longer my locks get to the earth, the more grounded I am in myself and in my spirituality. At the time, I was trying to search. I was like in this phase of trying to figure out what spirituality meant to me before I bumped into Ifa's domain, and which is ironic because like my African ancestry test, like, oh, you're Yoruba with 100% confidence. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. But anyway, once I got to a place where I was going to go to Nigeria for the first time, I cut my hair. And that's when I was like, okay, my old teammates call, like, like the Bic or whatever, a big company, like, you just got to Bic it. So then I ended up cutting my hair. And then when I went to Nigeria, an elder was like, oh, spiritually, like, for you and your life on earth, like, you have the right haircut. And I was bald at the time. So I just kind of kept it with that, from that person's sentiments. And also, to me, it's going to sound funny, but once I cut my hair, I felt like I was closer to nature because, like, when the wind blows, I feel it in a different way than I did when I had locks or afro or what have you. It just, like, made me more sensitive to like how hot it is outside or the wind blowing. It just made me become more present and thinking about what's happening in nature around me. So I kind of felt like, I don't know if hunters are bald, but it made me feel like if you hunting and you not bald, there's something off because you need to get your precision with this wind or something going down with this hair. So I don't know. That's a joke, but I think being bald really did actually connect me in some ways to nature and being more present.
To this day, do you still feel that intensity with your spirituality in your baldness? That type of relationship, or is it just more of a reminder?
The intensity is there. Best way to put it is in Ifa, the belief is that everybody has this, we call it an Odu, but think about it as like a story that represents your life. You come to Earth, and there's 256 stories. They get shaped differently depending by, context or what have you, but there's 256 stories you have. It's kind of like a computer. And it's like, this is a story that you prayed in heaven to have, an experience you prayed to have when you came to Earth. So in that experience, for me, that person is bald. So to me, hearing that after I was already bald, and so I cut my hair in the US. But when I went to Nigeria, I had someone like actually shave my head bald. And then I saw the elder. So when he said that, I was like, wow, that's ironic or coincidental, which I don't really believe in coincidences, is that I shave my head bald, I see the elder, and he tells me, oh yeah, that's actually in your Odu. Like that's for you. So to me, the intensity is like there for life, where it's like, okay, everything kind of aligned in this moment to be like, oh, I grew my hair to get closer to my spirituality. And then I cut it because I was going to Nigeria for the first time. And then I felt like all that stuff just kind of aligned in this seemingly neat kind of linear story now, but it kind of fell into place. So now I shave my hair as a commitment to my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing here. So if I'm supposed to be the bald dude with round glasses that wears collarless shirts and is in the classroom, then I think I'm in alignment.
Well, Corey, thank you so much for sharing your stories in the chair. I truly, truly appreciate you taking the time out to laugh with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's all love, and I appreciate you, fam.
Welcome to the chair.
Thank you for listening to an episode of The Chair. I, of course, would love your continued support. Let me know what you think of this episode by doing all the things. Subscribe, comment, and come back next week, every week. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. Or if you are like me, enjoy that moonlight and that one star under all your city lights. Love you. Talk to you later.
The chair.
How long I gotta wait for a person to record?
Go.
We support her. Shit.
Do your...
Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dreme always has a story. Where we share